Welcome to episode 1 of the Toilet Rampart Guide. This is the introduction of the Toilet Rampart Guide series. First of all, what is the Toilet Rampart Guide? The Toilet Rampart Guide is the essence of my 2 years in maining Rampart. It is for everyone who are interested in Rampart. Whether you are new to the game, whether you are curious to try out Rampart, or you are already a Rampart main, I believe this guide will tell you something new or something inspiring about Rampart. Including this video, there will be totally 6 episodes in the Toilet Rampart Guide. This is episode 1 of the Toilet Rampart Guide, which is the introduction. Episode 2 will be a detailed explanation of Rampart's abilities. Episode 3 will be advice on weapon choice as a Rampart. It is also an extension of her passive abilities. Episode 4 will be tips regarding her walls. Episode 5 will be tips regarding Sheila. And episode 6 will be about movement tricks of Rampart. Episode 6 is going to be the most valuable episode of the Toilet Rampart Guide for 2 reasons. First, movement on Rampart is extremely powerful. After mastering her movement, you will realize that Rampart is 50% stronger than before. It has the potential to change your gameplay and your playstyle completely. And second is that the content of episode 6 is going to be unique, I promise. There are Rampart mains who are good at movements in Apex. However, not many of them study and specialize in movements that are unique to Rampart. I have been studying movement of Rampart for the past year. I have done a lot of experiments and practices, and I promise the content you see in episode 6 is going to be useful, high quality, and unique. All the information in this Rampart guide is based on Season 17. This guide should remain valid in future seasons unless there is a major change in the game's core mechanics or a major rework on Rampart's abilities. When that happens, I will update in the comments or make new videos if needed. Moving on to the second question. Who am I? I am Virtual Toilet, a Rampart main. I have been maining Rampart for 2 years. This is my banner, and yes, that's right, I don't have a 4K badge, even after a 20 bomb and 18,000 kills, so clearly I am not the best player in the world. I simply play Rampart a lot. I am a solo player. My highest rank is Diamond 2 in Season 11. I don't like thinking or strategies. I simply hop on the game and take as many fights as I can. Also, I only play on mouse and keyboard, and I have no experience on a controller. However, most content in this Rampart guide is still applicable on controller, so don't worry. I have to emphasize that Rampart is not the best legend. She is not good at responding to quick changes, which happens a lot in Apex games. On top of that, she doesn't have mobility, so she is not good at escaping a dangerous situation. She can place multiple roles, such as offensive, defensive, and supporting. However, she is not the best in any of those categories. Rampart can be very strong if mastered. However, that is the problem. It takes a long time and a lot of effort to master her. It takes a lot of experience to use her very effectively. If you could do well as a Rampart, then you could probably do even better playing as another legend, such as Horizon, Wraith, or Pathfinder. I would like to end this episode with some general advice as a Rampart. Number 1 is that do not camp. I know Rampart's ability is meant to hold an area effectively. However, that doesn't mean you need to camp. Instead, I encourage you to take fights more actively because that is the only way to improve in the game. Advice number 2 is to stick with your team. Rampart is not a mobility legend, so when she is in danger, she will need her teammates to help her. The other way around, when your teammates are in danger, you can only help them immediately if you are around them. So, sticking with your team is an important part for playing as Rampart. Advice number 3 is to be extra careful with positioning. Rampart cannot leave a dangerous situation easily, so when you are playing as Rampart, you should avoid getting into a bad situation to begin with. As a result, a Rampart is usually not the one who goes to take a risk, and that is also probably why people don't like playing Rampart. You just can't move recklessly. My last general advice would be do not rely too much on Rampart's abilities. Yes, a one-way cover is awesome, minigun is awesome. However, those are her abilities. They are there to be extra options when you are playing the game. It doesn't change the core mechanics of the game. When your teammates are pushing or relocating, you have to leave your walls and follow them. When it is not a time for Sheila, you should use the R301 in your own hand. Remember, you still need to aim and move when you are playing Rampart, and you are not invincible when you are using her walls or using Sheila. Bear that in mind, or you will never grow as an Apex player. And that is all I wanted to say in this episode. I am looking forward to seeing you in episode 2. Bye!